absolute favorites. I literally mean this. He's one of my absolute favorite comedians in the world. I love watching him, and it's a treat that he can be here for us. You've seen him on Unfit on Amazon Prime. Put your hands together, make a lot of noise for Jason Krychek!
Hello. How are you guys? You good?
Yes.
You sure? So I've been hearing some things. Worry about you guys sometimes. I'm not doing great. I just separated from my fiance. Yeah, like an hour ago. Outside of the club. Yep. 3 years. 3 years I've had a place to live. It's fucking gone in a second. She used to like to do role play. She was like, alright, we're gonna pretend to be someone else. You be a funny comedian. Now I'll be a wife that doesn't pay all the fucking bills. So enough of this sad shit. Let's talk about weed. I just started smoking weed for the first time at age 37. Yeah. Remember all those old commercials? You remember that one weed commercial? Not a weed commercial, like a propaganda thing. These guys were at the drive-thru smoking weed, just laughing, having a good time. Then they pull out of the drive-thru and they hit a little girl on their bike, and they all just stop laughing. I just want to remake that commercial the exact same way, but then they just start laughing again. It'd be a way funnier commercial. Weed has changed me though. I get all these stupid thoughts when I'm high, like I think I thought of something profound, and it's just like realizing how something works. I'll think of stupid shit like, I'll write it down too, wrote some of them down here. It's like, if you die while you're looking in the mirror, you die for real. Yeah. It's changed everybody's life knowing that. Careful with that. So. I also was laying in bed and I was like, if you could make sheets out of the fabric of time and space, you'd have an infinite thread count. I think I'm fucking Neil deGrasse Tyson is what I'm saying. I don't do the hard stuff anymore. Well, sometimes, but usually not too much of the hard stuff. Like I never could stand the smell of weed or the taste of it for anything. But once you like it, it tastes good. You know, like, is anyone here taking Xanax? No one's gonna admit to fucking Xanax. Seriously? They say cocaine, people are like, woo, Xanax. Xanax tastes awful the first time you take it, but then you start liking it, it's like, all right, that tastes good. That's how. No, like a lot of other things, like you take Xanax. It's. I'm sorry, I took a Xanax before this, and I forgot where I was going with that. I'm just at the beginning of my breakup bender, so bear with me on that one. I'm gonna move on from the weed stuff. How about that? Here we go. Fuck that. You guys remember when your uncle would try to be cool? He'd say stuff like, "Hey, sport," and "Don't tell your dad I fucked you." So lame, right? My asshole's like the Olive Garden. If you're here, your family. I had a girl come up to me after a show once. She's like, "You shouldn't do that joke. It's a rape joke." Like, I never really thought it was a rape joke. I thought it was an incest joke. Or maybe that's just how I was raised. Thank you. Some people don't get that. You'd be surprised. No, for real though, every time someone gets mad at a rape joke, I'm just like, ah, you had to be there. My father was like the father I never had. Thank you. There it goes. There it goes. Gotta wait for that first one. Everyone was like, oh, I was supposed to get something when he said that. No, I think, I don't know. Do you guys know if you look in the mirror and say Jesus 3 times, he still never comes back either? I do think my dad was a lot like Jesus. He came back for 3 days one time. That doesn't even make sense. It's not the other way around. I do think he was reincarnated, though. That's not the right word. Reincarcerated. That's the word I was thinking of. He never turned water into wine, but he turned a 12-pack into domestic violence. So. Domestic violence jokes too much for a couple of you. I'll call it something cuter. Beats Babe. I don't really believe in Jesus or anything like that. I have a whole string of religious and Jesus jokes I'll do sometimes, and I'll be like, so does anybody believe in Jesus? And then one time this guy was like, yeah, I do. And I've literally never heard that from anyone in an audience before, and it just fucked me up for the rest of my set. I really still believe in Jesus. Like, I'm sure Santa will bring you lots of presents this year. So, I was going to tattoo the word religion on my dick so I could shove it down other people's throats. I don't believe in any of that stuff. I once asked a Ouija board if ghosts were real, and it said no, so now I don't know what the fuck to believe. You guys gonna get sex robots? They start becoming popular. Yeah, one person at least. Thank you. I'm in a bunch of them. I'm just gonna rent them out. Craigslist. Like an Air TNA sort of thing. I think when they come out with male sex robots, women are only gonna buy the broke ones because they think they can fix them. Somebody does have to fix those though. Like, where are we going to take them? Is there going to be like bodegas, like we fix iPhones and sex robots? Think about that a lot. I hooked up with this one girl one time. She was giving me a little sass about it beforehand. She said something really stupid. I've heard this before. She was like, you wouldn't know what to do with this pussy. You guys ever heard that? What do you mean I wouldn't know what to do with this pussy? I ended up hooking up with her anyway, so we get back to her place. We're making out. Get her pants off, get her panties off as well. And I swear her pussy looked exactly like a large penis. So you fucking got me. 100% don't know what to do with this kind of pussy. Now my favorite cocktail is when a girl's dick is poking out of the back of her panties. I did have a gay roommate once. You clap for that too, it's very progressive. I came home and he was having sex with a tranny, and I'm sorry, you can't say that now. A transgender American gentleman. He jumped up, he's like, it's not what it looks like. I said, dude, he thought he got caught being straight was the point of that. So. don't really like using public restrooms. Sometimes you don't have a choice, you know. It's like that saying, when you gotta do some coke, you gotta do some coke. But like, I'll shit with the stall door open, I don't give a fuck. But if I'm doing coke, it's like, hey, this is a private moment between me and these 3 guys I just met at the bar. Sometimes I like to do so much coke that my mouth goes numb. It feels like I'm not sucking dick for it. Do a lot of jokes about sucking dick for coke. I think if I were gay, I'd probably suck dick for drugs at least twice as much as I do now. I'll leave you guys with this thought. I'm pretty broke, so I sell plasma, which already kind of sucks. They ask you some dumb questions. I mean, necessary stuff, but they asked me, they're like, have you ever had sex for money? I'm like, if I could get somebody to pay me for that, I wouldn't fucking be here. I did fuck a Canadian prostitute once. Ended up with hepatitis A. Thank you, my name is Jason Krychek.